All right, so Robbie is back on the menu, ladies and gentlemen. The early bird special of Robbie Reyes' civilian form was converted into just part of the set, although it is not an alternative figure. It is pieces to Robbie, which I listen. I think is fine. There's literally no difference between the civilian Robbie outfit and the regular Ghost Rider that was coming with this, except for the head and the hood, right? So cut the losses, just make the head and the hood interchangeable parts. Put a hood on Ghost Rider if you want. Put the Robbie head on, whatever you want to do. All fine, and I like it. Like I said, I'm a fan of this from the get-go. Anything that they add to this, I'm a big fan of. Anything that they take away from this, not going to like. And that's, going to be the case for everyone, You don't want to be losing anything, right? So people over here are like pretty positive about it in the comments, but a sentiment that's pretty common is that it is not worth, obviously, like those two little pieces are not going to make this whole thing worth it. However, we're down 700 backers from the peak, but as of that going up, I think we're up 32 or something backers, maybe somewhere between like 20, I think, and 40 backers we're up. And this is only like 30 minutes since this went, since they put this post up. Right, when did this go up? At 1 o'clock? Oh no, an hour. Okay, so it's been over an hour since this post went up. Now, this actually is interesting to me that they backtracked and did this, because Dan Yun, obviously we're talking about Marvel Legends. Dan Yun, big Marvel Legends guy, obviously, says, just speaking transparently, there wouldn't be any extension to the early bird, nor will there be any reveals. Thank you to those who have supported and totally understand. If you haven't either, sincere thanks, right? And, collectors were going at each other's throats over the weekend on Reddit and Twitter. Like, if you don't want this, don't back it. There's a whole lot of drama that went with this, and it really isn't necessary. If you want it, you want it. If you don't, you don't. The price, yeah, I think we can all agree the price is a little too much for what you're getting, but at the end of the day, you're in it for the love of the game. You don't love it, don't get it, right? So he said that they're not doing any reveals, and their early bird special isn't getting an extension. Then he said the next day, thank you to everyone that tried to get the early bird. Generally wanted that figure so you can understand how I feel disappointed. We still have 30 plus days to go to back the project and potentially other tiers. And then PulseCon is also next week. So we don't know if they are going to show more tiers or not at PulseCon. But the fact that he said that the early bird special isn't going to be extended, and then, that was on the 24th. So 4 days later, it's going to be included in the base offering, makes me believe Marvel Legends really wants this project to go through, and they gotta be listening to the community, right? Everyone was super mad. I don't know if this is gonna save this, I don't know if it's gonna save the Ghost Rider just adding the hood and the Robbie head. We're still at 5,442 backers. In some of my previous videos, we've refreshed this and watched it go down in real time. It is not going up nearly as fast as it was going down, but maybe this will salvage some people and bring it back in. I think everyone at this point is just waiting on the tiers. There's an argument to be made that if Hasbro were to just lay all the cards on the table, show all the tiers at PulseCon, be like, hey, for the 350, if we back it and we get to this certain point, you're going to get all of these crazy tiers, right? That's going to be sick. On the other hand, it's, okay, well, here's all the tiers you could have, and if we don't hit them, will people start backing out before this gets funded, or will people get upset that, FOMO, like, they're not going to get what they could have had now that they know that they could have had it, right? I think if Hasbro was playing it smart, what they'll do at PulseCon is they've already added the base Robbie to the Bane offerings, okay? If they were smart at PulseCon, they would show all the tiers at increments of 1,000. I know the general Haslab pattern is, every 3,000 extra backers you get in another tier. Mephisto's already at that 12,000 backer mark, right? And it's not really looking super clear if we're going to even hit the 9,000 needed to back this project, okay? If Hasbro was smart, they would just say, whatever, we're going to go all in, let's get this thing funded. At 1,000 backers is Blackheart. At 2,000 is Zarathos, whatever his name is, I don't remember. At 3,000 is Mephisto. At, or 12,000, at 13,000, then we'll get, like, Vengeance, right? Do them in increments of 1,000. I think people are going to be a lot more inclined to do it. I think if they keep pushing these stretch goals further and further in the 3,000, it's going to be really difficult for them to get them, because they're already having a really tough time getting people on board with the project in general. I like it. I'm going to get it, right? But I totally understand all the very, very valid criticisms from the community regarding this piece, and I'm just hoping that Hasbro does the best job that they can to get this thing on the market, because this is like a dream set for me. I really want it, but then again, you got to look at it critically. Not a lot compared to Galactus and the Sentinel in terms of, bang for the buck. I'm in it just because of Ghost Rider fandom, but if I was just a general collector, this could be something that I would skip on. But maybe Hasbro will play it safe. Who knows what'll happen, but we'll see at PulseCon this weekend. So thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.